This is doing part 2 of my bug+out+bag. The first video I covered water, food, and just general first aid. Today I'll be getting into, the meat of the bag, which will cover things like general tools, some books, some repair items, personal protection, and things of that nature. Today we'll start off with, this is a rig. See the bag will stand up. Yeah, well, this is a rig that I kind of built from the ground up. It's World War II kind of era stuff, which I'm a fan of old World War II web gear. So I figured I'd take some of the, this is a startup kit. Take some of the, some of the good stuff and see if I can incorporate it into like a battle belt, something like that. First thing I have, this is my Springfield Armory 1911 A1. It's in .45 caliber. Chamber is empty, and this will be for my personal protection. I won't put myself in situations where I have to use this, but if the situation finds me, while I'm bugging in or out, this would be my sidearm. I practice a good deal with it. 25 yards, probably the furthest I shot with it, but 15 yards, I'd say I'm pretty effective. I'm confident in this pistol. Some people say, why don't you get one with higher capacity? Well, it's basically I'm not looking to send so much lead down range. It's just mostly just for me to be able to, preferably one shot, and I'd be done. And I'll be able to control and conserve how much ammo I use, because this pistol only holds 7 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. So put that right there. This is a World War I era magazine pouch. It came with this holster I bought. This is a repo holster from 1916 U.S. Army holster. These magazines aren't fully loaded, and they hold 7 rounds of .45 caliber FMJ and 230 grain. From what I learned, that's the best ammo to use with this pistol. I may get hollow points, who knows, but so far I've been pretty accurate with just standard FMJs. I have a U.S. Army K-bar. It says K-bar, Olean, New York, right here in the bottom of the blade. That'll be my defensive knife, and or just all-around utility. The belt's from World War II. It's dated back to 1943, I believe. See if I can range all this stuff. This is for a tie. This is a tie the holster to your thigh for better security. Just go back in the holster. And next I have some duct tape. There's like 10 yards of duct tape. I wrote it down on the duct tape. It seems like it's wearing off. 10 yards of duct tape with some electrical tape inside of it. I have an Red+Cross radio. It's hand crank. So it has a solar power panel on top of it, and the radio works. It also has weather band channels. See if I can pick it up. May have to crank it up a bit more. I can pick up the channel. Show you real quick. So that's that's a recommended channel. They come in handy if want to know what the weather conditions are like in my area. So they come in handy. Some more on hydration. I got a World War II. Back to World War II. I got a World War II canteen. This one's dated 1944 by GP and FCO. Has a U.S. stamp on the bottom of it. Stainless steel. Holds a quart of water. Also got this cup. This cup is dated to 1950. So I think it's a 1953. They were in pretty rough shape. I had to take a wire wheel to them and clean them up. But I'll use these for just collecting water. I can heat food up in this cup if I ever feel the need to. I can also heat things directly from the water bottle, and it holds, it doesn't leak or anything else like that. I got a notepad for writing down my thoughts, writing out any notes that may be taken. Chances are there'll be occasions where I have to jot down some notes, some personal information, just keep my mind off of the situation, maybe some downtime. Right there. Got some cheesecloth. I can use this for also filtering water, also as a makeshift gauze. I have these 2 sterno cans. I plan to use these as one means of heating one of these containers up, or just like just one way of starting a fire. These burn up both of them burn up 45 minutes, so I have an hour and a half of fire right here. And I can just put the lid back on it just if I want to conserve the fuel. I have 2 glow sticks, one green and one red. These will be used for signaling and also keeping an area illuminated. This is a little hand pouch I made. A magazine pouch I made by hand. I have 2 more magazines. These are empty, but I just want to keep magazines well stocked inside my bag. Put them right there. This is a bandolier I made. It has 21 shotgun shells. 16 are the hand loads. Watch my previous video, a hand load buckshot. 16 are these buckshot, and the other 5 are just Winchester slugs. I prefer to carry my my shotgun because I'm very comfortable with it, and because of the area I live in, there's very little chance I'm going to be doing many long range shooting. But this is primarily if I have to defend myself. At least I have a bandolier, and I have ammo I can fall back on. 50 rounds of 45 ACP. I'll keep here in the bag too. Right there. Toilet paper. Toilet paper is a must. I may get a smaller roll, but it's always good to have something you can, clean up after your business, or just general maintenance, or clean up spills, or drying something off that you didn't mean for it to get wet. To a black trash bag. This could be used for collecting water, also collecting items. And it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, there's a little nick, but it didn't tear a hole in the bag. It just is stretched out. So this is a kind of a heavy duty garbage bag right there. See what else? I have another knife. A buddy of mine gave it to me. He didn't want it. It's another kind of it's a off-frame K-bar. Not very sharp. I guess I'll use it more so for hacking at things. If I didn't want to ruin my K-bar, I could use this. Comes with another sheath. Or I could maybe possibly trade it to someone else. If they needed one. Let's see. I have clean rods for my pistol and for my shotgun. I only need just one extension because my shotgun has a 20-inch barrel. As far as books, I have this survival manual, which I may have to tear through this thing to, just keep a lot of things in my head. Don't want to rely solely on it when something happens. I like to be able to take this general information and use it right away without having to refer to the book. It is dated October 1970. And I flipped through it. There's a lot of things, dealing with if you're using a crate as a float, you have to make a raft. using bamboo joints containing water. I guess this is during Vietnam, so there's a lot of things in the jungle. There's some things identifying different types of wildlife, marine life. Setting traps. Don't think I have to do that, but it's always good to have the information. Building shelters, building fires, field dressing, protecting your improvised sunglasses. I think it's pretty clever. How to make fishing hooks. So I want to make one out of a pocket knife, one out of branches, one out of a quarter and a hook, one out of a seashell, one out of a rock and several hooks. This is improvised gravel. But it's a book I kind of keep. Also, just for my let's see. Here's my I am a man of faith. I plan to keep. I have a New Testament. It's a Gideon Bible that was given to me. It has New Testament and Psalms and Proverbs. I think it's important to keep my spirits up. Should bad things occur, it'd be a real letdown to know that I have all this, gear, but if I'm not holding myself, if I have nothing to hold myself up on the inside, all this gear would be meaningless. So keep small Bible. I hope to get one that's like full Old and New Testament. I'll put that right there. Next, see, just compartments on this side. Over here I have just some work gloves. I have a small little saw right here I gave to me made by Gerber. I use that for cutting limbs. Box cutter, cutting open packages, or just cutting rope or stuff like that. I have 100 feet of paracord. Use that. I can make a sling out of it. I can sew with it. It has seven strands of individual wire for say nylon thread inside of it. I can sew things with that. I can make handles from other tools. I have some straps, miscellaneous straps, just in case come in handy. In this pouch I have knife sharpener. Some of these I may upgrade. I may get a better knife sharpener than this, but this has proven useful for at least my multi-tool knife. WD-40. This should be for general maintenance of tools, firearms. 2D batteries. I have a flashlight here that I got from the surplus store. Always had a thing for the kind you could clip on your shirt. So, right there. In here I have a cleaning kit. Just some brushes, Q-tips, more Q-tips, patches, board brush, some gun oil. I may get a better way of carrying this inside from this bag. I put this inside of a sock. I can use this sock as a rag, wiping off rust off my gun. Batteries for the flashlight I have. Zip ties for securing objects. If you're familiar with WD-40, you always come up with these little straws. What I decided to do, I decided to take the long straw it came with and cut it short, because, well, I don't need all that. That's too much straw I need. So instead of looking at glass half empty, glass half full, I just say the glass is just too big for the job. So just cut it down to size, and I can still get a straight stream with the spray. Some super glue. This can be used for mending clothing or for securing new items with straps. This can also be used for cuts. This originally super glue was made for military to have a way of closing up wounds before any stitches can be used. So I'll keep 2 super glue. In this compartment, let's see, move some stuff out the way. There's a lot of stuff. I was actually surprised myself that a lot of this can actually fit in this bag. It shows what's the